Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back to the Upper Tier podcast. We have another watch along for you. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful, really warm Saturday evening out there. So crack open a beer, a pint bottle of cider, a Coke Zero, whatever it is you're having tonight, whatever your tipple is on the Saturday night. Settle in with us here. We're going to bring you live coverage and reaction of Germany versus the Ivory Coast. An absolutely really good game that I'm really looking forward to. Should be really competitive all around the pitch. We'll take you through the lineups shortly, but let us know your predictions in the comments. Make sure you're there. Also, if you are joining us, please drop a like on the video. You fraudulent people out there at the moment, tuning in, watching the content, and not dropping those likes. Can't believe it. Eno's in there. What's the crack, Noel? All good. Should be a great game. Certainly should, hopefully. That's what we want to see. Really excited for both these teams. From the Germany point of view, really, really good side out there. Neuer and goals, Tash, Schlotterbeck, Kimmich, Nemecha, Pavlich, Brown, Sané, Musiala, Wirtz, Kai Havertz up front. Really, really, really good German side. Really huge intent there and everything. And a lovely blend of youth and experience, I would say. On the Ivory Coast side, Ivory Coast starting 11. Hopefully I get all these names right, but I'll be close enough, let's say, right? Fofana and goals at the back. Kusanu and Agbadu. Singo, Frank Kessie, Ule, Conan, Ahmad Diallo, who we know, Sangare, Yan Diamande, who we really want to have a look at, especially as a Liverpool fan. Let's see what all this massive hype is at the moment, a price tag. Bayern Munich talking about getting involved. Olise talking about leaving Bayern Munich. Good Bayern Munich move for this guy as a natural replacement. Liverpool is really the place, isn't it? Replace Mo Salah and create a legacy there with a bit of luck. And of course, up front, we've got Bonnie. So yeah, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your predictions on the lineups, or your thoughts on the lineups and your predictions for the match. Drop your score lines in there before it kicks off so we can have a bit of crack. Don't sit in the background, I would say, as well. We come off these watch-alongs with a lot of views and stuff like that, but we only have a certain amount of people in the chat. If you're in the watch-along and you're watching, coming along with us, jump in the chat there. Have a bit of crack. We don't bite. It's a bit of fun. Always a bit of fun. We're looking here. They're in the tunnel here. Kai Havertz looks extremely focused. I've seen a story floating around today as well of Kai Havertz talking about potentially leaving Arsenal. Don't know how true it was. Didn't really click into it, look at it or anything like that, but we will tackle it as part of our transfer show. And don't forget, tomorrow you'll get 2 videos. We'll give you an update on the US Open, which is making boys out of men on that golf course at the moment, isn't it? When you see some of the top names that have gone out and stuff like that. And we also have a little haul. We got a little collector's corner we will do tomorrow, a little video. We got 6 figures there for you that arrived today. So we let you have a look at them as well. And get your thoughts on that as well. But for tonight, it's Germany versus the Ivory Coast. We're coming to you live, as far as I know, from Toronto, isn't it? Toronto Stadium, Ontario, Toronto, in the beautiful country of Canada. So make sure you're enjoying it. Make sure you're commenting, liking, subscribing, all that kind of good stuff. There's the other watch-alongs coming up. We have them all up there as well. We put 2 new ones in there yesterday. Norway versus France and Panama versus England. Now, these games may or may not be, especially the Panama-England one, may not be that important when it rolls around. There might not be a whole lot on it, by the time this group sorts itself out and stuff like that. So if that is the case, we'll try and pick others and stuff like that. And it might be. So that's more important that you subscribe and you're hitting that bell notification. Well, the teams are coming out onto the pitch here. Again, we don't have to emphasize anymore how great it looks that the whole squad wraps around and stuff like that. Saying the fans are all filtering in this World Cup, Noel. You can feel the electricity. You can cut it with a knife. Absolutely. These are 2 really, really good teams as well. Some very, very attack-minded players in there when you look at Ivory Coast's front 4. And the power and the drive of a Frank Kessie there in the midfield, and the boy Singo on the wing as well. When you look at Germany, Kai Havertz up front, of course, with Wirtz, Musiala and Sané up front. And then the boy Nemecha and Kimmich and all. And Schlotterbeck and all, like some really, really talented players. And not to mention Neuer and goals as well. We're filing out onto the pitch here. Looks absolutely fabulous. I have to say, folks, really enjoying this World Cup, not just because of the watch-alongs and I get to share it with you. I love doing this with you guys. It's great fun. It's great crack. We get to have a chat about football and we get to share our emotions as if we're in a bar or a pub and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. But I have to say the officiating and, you know, the speed of decision making and all that kind of stuff, really, really good. Of course, we have to have a shout out as well to the boy Kone off Canada, who sadly broke his leg and stuff like that. That was really, really shocking. And it was interesting and listening to Jesse Marsh as well, talking about how it happened right in front of the bench and you could hear the bone crack. So, you know, really bad. So let's listen. Let's take in the anthems here, folks, and take in the atmospheres of look at that stadium. Look at those stands. They look like they're nearly floating. Good stuff. Now, this one's going to be quality. Cote d'Ivoire. Do you know what gets me every time? I love how proud these African players are to represent their countries. You can see it oozing out of them. The fans, the players, even the coaches and the staff and the subs and everything. It's fantastic to see. Fantastic to see. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, Dawson going for it. Dawson going for a 2-1. What are you thinking, brother? What are you thinking? What are you going for? 2-1 Germany, I think. Let me know your thoughts. What are you thinking of going? Give us your, if you're in the chat there as well, whoever's in the chat as well there, folks, come on, give us your predictions. Step out of the shadows. Step into the light of the world that's known as the upper tier. And let us know. Let us know what your predictions are. Hope everyone as well had a brilliant night last night. I was talking to a lot of people today in the shop. Loads of people had a fantastic night last night at Metallica and Pantera and all. Said it was absolutely electric, and what a beautiful tribute as well to Tin Lizzy and all. These boys just get it, don't they? These old school boys. And now they would another fantastic gig tomorrow night coming up as well. I think the change up is Gajira. And then I'll be heading off in 2 weeks. I'll be over at the London City Stadium with Ben, taking off another bucket list, seeing Metallica live together. It's going to be absolutely quality. I can't wait. I've been looking at all the TikToks. I've been looking at all the Instagrams and all the videos and YouTube, and it's going to be absolutely quality. I can't wait to get over there. We might do a few little pickups. Might find a couple of old comic shops and stuff like that as well, and do a few videos. We'll shoot some footage as we always do and stuff like that as well. But yeah, really looking forward to it. I can't wait. There's going for a 3-2 Germany. How nice would it be? Some amount of goals today as well. I think the Dutch finished 5-1 against Sweden. What a pasting they gave Sweden. Announcing themselves, the Dutch announcing how serious they are about this tournament. Because that Swedish side is a decent Swedish side, but they got turned over. So let us know. Let us know your thoughts if you're in there as well. Eno's going for a draw. What draw are you going for though? You can't just say a draw. Are you going 1-1? Are you going 2-2? Are you going even 3-3? What draw are you going for? You're hedging your bets there, brother. I know you. I'm watching you in the chat. Big up, Eno. Love you, brother. Big up to everyone as well who's been watching the watch-alongs and tuning in and stuff like that. Your support of the channel doesn't go unnoticed, folks. Does not go unnoticed. Florian Wirtz as well. I want to see how Florian Wirtz does tonight as well. It's going to be pretty cool. Ted is in. Ted is in on the early watch-along. The early watch-along, Ted. 3-0 Germany. Nice. You're not expecting a goal all out of Ivory Coast, Ted. No, not even one. Ted, did you do a cheeky little bet as well on this one? Let us know if you did a cheeky little bet and keep us updated. Julian Nagelsmann. Look at that watch. What do you reckon that watch is worth? That's at least a 20 grand watch all day. Calling it. Yeah, I went with a 2-1 Germany. There's the countdown. We're getting the countdown, folks. We're getting the countdown. And we're off and running, folks. Germany kicking off. Germany pressing hard here from the beginning, folks. Oh, lovely touch. Keeping the ball well here, Ivory Coast. Playing well in tight positions and everything. Beautiful evening in Toronto. Yeah, I think it's going to be these two, really, isn't it? Andy Amande holding his chest. What's wrong? What do we make of the blend here on the German team? Youth experience. Kimmich in there and all. Neuer, Kimmich, Sané. Kai Havertz in there now even doesn't feel like youth. He feels more like experience, doesn't he, at this stage? Switched out to the left-hand side. Florian Wirtz. That's pinned to the top Ted. Have that pinned. Havertz, goal or assist. Kessie to be booked. Musiala 1 shot on target. Diallo 1 shot on target. Verts 2 shots and over 5 corners. 28-1. Lovely bet. Lovely bet. We will keep an eye on that as we tick them off. Ref telling them to get up off the ground. Play on. The ball. Right hand side, ball into the box. Corner to Ivory Coast. Offside. Unlucky with the block there, Diamande. Good pace and energy to the game in the opening minutes. 4:40 gone here. Opening minutes. Both teams having a decent go with it. How were we when we did that? Watch along for the friendly France and the Ivory Coast. How impressive were the Ivory Coast second half? Really, really good against a good French side as well. I mean, you'd probably argue that French side is a better side than this German side. The Ivory Coast had no problem second half handling it. I love it, Ted. I love it. As a man who has gone to the solar side of the force, I hope it's sunny out there till midnight. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. Anyone catch the weather for tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow. One of my only days off. Father's Day as well. So big shout out as well to all the fathers out there. Hope you're having a nice weekend and hope you have a nice day tomorrow. We do certainly earn it. Just want to check actually for my I don't need this. It's this I need. Thank God Brazil game was good. Then watching SmackDown. Yeah, absolutely. Isers, how's the storage looking? How's the bottles? How's the bottle? Give us an update on the bottle bank. How we doing? The Bulmers count. Hope you get a Yorkie bar and cranberry cookies tomorrow, Noel. There. It's only the likes of you that looks after me that way, pal. It's only the likes of you that looks after me that way. Weather for next week could reach upwards of 26 degrees. What's tomorrow to be like, folks? Is tomorrow to be nice? Let me know if tomorrow's to be nice. Looks nice and cool there, actually, up in Toronto, doesn't it? Looks cool enough. Sun's after going in off the stadium now, so stadium should be reasonably cool. So Gary's no nonsense. Sure he isn't. He is absolutely no nonsense. How disappointed were we last night, folks, in Scotland? Lay off there, just cook a clip. One back again. Edge of the box here. Germany working it. Trying to open an opportunity here. Edge of the box again. Real patient here. Kimmich. Oh, what a beautiful, what a save! Kai Havertz, was it? Super header there from Kai Havertz down real low. Fofana kind of late to react to it, but got down real low. Took his time, didn't he? Kind of took his time. It was like he was moving in his legs the other way. Really good recovery to get down and save it. Excellent. First shot, first header on target, Kai Havertz. Lovely ball in, I think, for Joshua Kimmich. When's the restock? When's the restock? I'm not a man for the heat. I like the sun, but not the heat. Unfortunately, they go hand in hand, Ted, don't they? Ivory Coast games, really good game here so far. Ivory Coast just need to do a little bit better when in possession in terms of managing the possession. That's the only thing. I was hoping Scotland would at least get a draw. Yeah, they were really. It was a poor game as well, wasn't it? Like you look at the Morocco weren't much better either. Just they got the early goal. But it was really there was nothing in it. I mean, I think Scotland, towards the end of the first half, kind of came alive a little bit to it. But prior to that, they did nothing for 40 minutes first half. They were really, really poor. Left hand side here now, Ivory Coast into the box. Diamande. Back flick. Ball into the box. No one there. Smashed. Oh, deflection. Zingo with a good strike. Got a deflection. I love the way the Ivory Coast at the moment as well. When they get forward with the ball, they're attacking with numbers. Especially the boy Singo on that side. Unlucky. Deflection off Brown, I think. Sun's back out in the stadium. Referee robbed Scotland for £2. Chat, do we agree? Do we agree with Ice's assessment? Was it £2? The McGinn one, the one where he came across him, But like we've seen them, they don't get given, when the ball's going out of play. I don't know why, but like they just don't. What do we reckon, folks? Fair show. Scotland robbed of £2. Slotterbeck looks to be struggling here. United linked to him. I'd love to get him in as centre back. Yeah, he's a unit as well, isn't he, Ted? He's a unit. Newcastle United just rejected Tottenham 80 million bid for Tonali. Would that be punts? Would that be pounds, I should say, Acers? Or is it euros? I presume it's pounds, is it? What do we make of Tottenham and how Tottenham are moving in the window at the moment, folks? Did someone open up Daniel Levy's old office and find like $500 million lying around somewhere in a trunk or something like that? Like what? Or is this the Roberto De Serbi? Is this what he was promised? Was he promised a war chest for the summer? Because, I mean, they literally just avoided relegation. They've no European football, I know there's plenty of money coming in from concerts and Formula One and go-karting and everything else that's not football related. But what do we make? What do we make of what Tottenham's doing at the moment? Smash up the likes as well, folks, if you can, yeah? Let's get people in here. How nice is it to have a player like Slotterbeck on the pitch, and if he gets an injury, you have the option of Antonio Rudiger. That's where you need to be, isn't it? That's where you need to be. Spurs need to be making moves like this, but I don't see why players would be attracted to there. They've brought in a couple already, haven't they? Who have they signed already? They've signed Van Heck, isn't it? And who else have they brought in? I suppose they do have holes there as well, don't they? Like the boy, they have a great personal terms with Fernandez, yeah. Tonali and Van Heck, and they've signed one other one, isn't there? Haven't they confirmed one other signing already? But they are moving. There's no doubt about it. But then again, I mean, you look at what Xavi Simons, he's going to be out similar to Ekitike. He's going to be out till what? New Year at best. You're probably saying February, March if he comes back at all, maybe for the tail end of the season. The boy Kulishevsky doesn't look like the serious problems there. He could be potentially announcing the end of his career. There's issues there. They can't figure out what it is, and they can't get him fit. And he'd be a huge loss for him because he's a huge engine there. Especially when you think over the last couple of years, they've lost Kane, they've lost Son. That drive and that engine in that team there. Kulishevsky was a big part of that as well. And I don't know. I presume that the back line is going to change a lot. Christian Romero will probably go. Mickey Van de Ven was shown as bum the clubs, really, wasn't he? Pedro Porro's been linked with a move away. Jed Spence has been linked with a move away. So it's going to be a very different Spurs side, isn't it? Senesi, yeah. Senesi is the one, yeah. I didn't want to bring that one up, Ted. That's a bit of a sore one for me. He should have been going with his manager to Liverpool. Yeah, I think they've announced him. Already, as far as I know. 16.5 minutes gone. Seems to have flown, boy. Good game, this. Real good game, this. There's space now, left-hand side. Ball into the box. Cleared. Sané nearly getting onto it. Boy Brown has energy for days, doesn't he? He's a good player, that Boy Brown. Yeah, it's just a weird one. Apparently, unlucky there from Musiala. Apparently, the conversation, Ted, is that he had agreed terms with them, and like they were well down the contract route and all that kind of stuff. So he wanted to follow through. He didn't want to, dare I say, express a bit of loyalty in this game. So apparently it was more or less all done prior to Areola. So here we go. Shame though. Really, really good player. London games on all in weekend in the Premier League at Crystal Palace, Man City, Tottenham versus Newcastle, and Newcastle United and Chelsea v Brighton. That'd be a good game, wouldn't it? Tottenham Newcastle, they're really good games. They're all top games. Interesting. We shall have a look, I would imagine. Although, you know something, I've always fancied trying to get to a proper competitive championship game. So, I've never been to a championship game, so I'd like to go to one. But we'll look up those. They're good ones. Good shout, Acers. Appreciate that info, brother. Oh, what a lovely ball keeper off his line. Beautiful slip ball through. However, it's just not that quick on that one. Ivory Coast, I would say, play a very clever brand of football, don't they? Championship games are released on Thursday, yeah. Be interesting to see. What we made of the World Cup so far as well, folks? What are we thinking? Have you changed your mind on your potential pick from the beginning? Are we all still kind of in on? I think my pick was France, wasn't it? But I think I'm pretty close on the picks as well in the groups as well. I think as far as now, I picked these two to go through, so I think that'll probably happen. So, what do we make of Scotland as well, folks? They're going to need to keep that scoreline down against Brazil, aren't they? They're in trouble of potentially going home early. Could come down heavily to goal difference. Florian Wirtz. Oh, just took it away from his own player. Snapshot edge of the box just over. Deflection. The Metro, was it? Kai Havertz corner. Right hand side. Was looking to take a quick one with Sané. Well, not Sané, Kimmich. Yeah, there's so much on offer out there, isn't there? There's millions of hotels over there. 1-0. Fell free out. Pavlovic. Ref assigned no goal. We're having a look at it again. Is he protecting the keeper here? Kimmich is asking the ref. I don't see a whole lot on that, folks. Do you? I think that's a goal. I think if Germany don't get that as a goal, they'll be really disappointed. I think. Keeper staying down, working the old Oscar nomination. Yeah, I don't know. Rafinha out for 4 weeks with hamstring injury. No way. Jesus. Keepers are so protected, for fuck's sake, yeah. Say Dazzler will be going to Manchester Derby on game week 4. I'd imagine so. He's over there at the moment, actually. He's over there with the boys at the moment. Big shout out to Darren, Andrew and Brody. They're over there at the moment. They did the Carrington tour today. Goal disallowed. Absolutely. Goal disallowed. They're over there doing the Carrington tour. They're over in Manchester for the weekend. So, Yeah, seen some pictures today, so it looks like they were having a good time. This won't be given as a goal, but it should be. Yeah, Ted, 100%. Yeah, what did you make of that last night with Almiron, the ex Newcastle boy? What do we make of that? I know Ted, you had strong words today in the group chat about it. I didn't really get into the conversation on it. But what do we make of it? What do we make of it? He's the first ever. He'll go down in history. First ever red card for that kind of offence. New rule that's brought in this World Cup. Yeah, so they're going to call the water break now in another minute, aren't they? How do we feel? I mean, we had conversations this last time on the watch along as well. How do we feel about these water breaks? Are they literally just turning the game into 4 quarters? I like that, Ted, when you said that the other night. That sounded real good, that analysis of it and stuff like that. And we've had Jurgen Klopp coming out saying now it's not really in relation to player welfare. It's more an opportunity to lash out sponsors and stuff and all. And we've Kenny Cunningham. I don't know if you listen to the commentary from Kenny Cunningham on the game yesterday. Man, he went on for about 10 minutes giving out fuck about these hydration breaks. He says, throw a few Lucozade bottles on the pitch, be all good, kind of thing. I do think it's a long time. 3 minutes is a long time. Ivory Coast working hard here, folks. Germany's seeing a lot of the possession, but the Ivory Coast working real hard. Now water break. When you say you agreed it should happen. Do you agree that they're just player welfare based, or do you agree with Ted's take on them? That it just breaks the game into 4 quarters and gives people an opportunity for sponsors and all the rest of it and stuff. I think there's a case. I think there's a case for a water break. I don't think anyone's in denial about the water break. It's the issue of the water break is becoming like, how long does a water break need to be? Like, you come off, they're turning it now into a tactical meeting, and you see all the images going around X at the moment and all now, lads frying up breakfast and having tea and biscuits and having full Irish breakfast and all that kind of thing. I do. I think that from a health point of view, I do think it's important, Ian, but does it need to be 3 minutes? Like you see it here now. Look at that German team all in the circle being spoke to coaches. Look at the Ivory Coast in the circle being tactically spoken about. You should come off, have a water break. I think somewhere around a minute. Get some fluids into you, back onto the pitch. That's my thinking. Reggie, if they were breaks to get fluids in, that's fine, but they aren't. They are tactical discussion and changes. Yeah, 100%. I don't know. I think that's harsh. I mean, it's actually his back is facing the keeper, isn't it? I don't know. UEFA are bring World Cup rules into force next season. Yeah, but you're not going to be getting hydration breaks, are you? They're not bringing in like the two hydration breaks, are they, into the Champions League and all, are they? Next season. If they are, then we're in real trouble. I see. I don't dispute the other stuff in relation to the cards and all that kind of stuff, and the speed of the subs and the speed of the throw-ins and corners and kickouts and all. I'm happy for that because I want the game to flow and get on with it. This season has been horrendous for that type of thing. There's a packed out. There you go, Ted, again. Another packed out stadium. Look, very few empty seats there at the moment. Massive. He's got in front of the keeper. Should never have been a foul on the keeper. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, when he headed it, his back was kind of to the keeper. So, don't know how he could do that. Remember back in the day when players were eating Jaffa cakes on sidelines? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's how it used to go. There's no way, I couldn't tolerate hydration breaks in Premier League matches and in Champions League games. Champions League games are at night time. There's no need. Absolutely no need. So how would it work with UEFA? How like the UEFA games are at night time? The lad in the green and white shirt, Ted. Give him a chance. The lad in the green and white shirt. Nah, there's no way. You couldn't. If they were going to bring hydration breaks into Europe, it has to be like a quick 30-second thing. You have to just go off, get a quick sip, back on. No messing around. Can't be like this. You take those hydration breaks. Like this game had good momentum. There was good play going on in this game for both teams. Then you take a hydration break and the world changes. You know what I mean? You lose that bit of impetus that you had and all, and like Germany were fairly on top of this game coming into that hydration break. The Amande here, left hand side. He is really fast. Ball in. Oh, 1-0. Ivory Coast 1-0. What a goal. The captain, Frank Kessie. Frank Kessie with the goal. Ball in from Yandi Amande. Absolutely down the line. Left Kimmich for dead, I think. Put the ball past Kimmich. Ran onto it. Squared into the box. Landed at the feet of one Ivory Coast player. Was saved by Neuer, I think. Came out to Frank Kessie. Far corner. Goal. 1-0 Ivory Coast. This game is going to really liven up now, isn't it? What a goal. What a goal. Goal for Frank Kessie on 30. Do you know something, folks? I didn't even realise I haven't even got my bar set up. Give me 1 second. Get that out there. I didn't even realise that wasn't there. Well, I slow down the speed of it as well. Very good at this stuff now, aren't we? Very good at this stuff. There we go. 1-0 Frank Kessie. Who would have thought it? They're saying on commentary here, folks. I don't know if you're following the RTE commentary, but RTE are saying it was really important that the Ivory Coast score first. He obviously didn't watch the friendly against France. It was the friendly against France. They were top second half. Really good when they went behind as well. But what a goal by Frank Kessie. Again, fine, take a hydration break if you think it's needed. Take 1 minute to force some water down your gullet. Managers and coaching staff not allowed near them. Yeah, absolutely. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Absolutely spot on. Now here with the Amanda again, showing lots of space. We can see dropping in there now, midfield dropping in there to help Kimmich on the cover there for Yandy Amanda. Turn of foot was sensational. Ahmad Diallo effort is blocked. The Amanda again, absolutely skilling Kimmich here. They're having to double up on Yandy Amanda now, which is causing that little pocket there at the side of the 18-yard box. If the Ivory Coast are clever here now, they'll pop a little player in there when that opens up. Put pop a ball out to Diamante, just slip it through to a player in there. Oceans of space in on goal. Ball over the top here again. Singo again, is it? Ball into the box. It's Ivory Coast ball, is it? Germany a little bit shook here, folks, are they? James Knowlton, foot mob rider in Toronto. You can see why Liverpool are interested in Yan Diamandi. Liverpool. It's Real Madrid, it's Bayern Munich, it's Man United. I don't know, Man United interested in him or not? I'm not too sure. 1-0 Keith, yeah, absolutely. Go on the Ivory Coast. Germany dominating the game. There you go. Germany dominating the game. Hydration break. They change how they play, and now Ivory Coast score. Africans in town going absolutely bananas, I'd say so. And why not? That's another 15 million add-ons. This is what I fear. You don't get your business done before the World Cup, and after the World Cup, then there's another 20, 30 mil onto the valuation. Ivory Coast now looking for that cross-switch ball all the time, aren't they? Just a bit too pacey on that one, but they're definitely looking for it. German fans still in party mode, 1-0 down. The Ivory Coast are so physical as well, aren't they? You don't expect the German side to be beaten from a physical point of view. You always figure that German side to be extremely physical. Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't mean. Yeah, I don't think United are looking at them. Well, they might now. See what happened there in that passage of play there now. Sané came inside and he had to come across that kind of middle ground in the pitch there to spray the ball, feed the ball off. When the ball was fed off, then they played the ball down into the right-hand corner where you expect Sané to be. And of course, he's in the midfield pulling the strings. So Frank Kessie loved that finish all day. Ball just came to him. Did well as well. Ball came to him quite quick there looking at the replay. Ratcliffe only buying players in Poundland. Ted, now come on. Do you think? Or not Ted, sorry, Acers. No, sure, they're trying to tie down Mateus Fernandez, but like 80 million is a big chunk of change for that boy. Think we have a few more vital spots to sort out. Absolutely. Oh, not waiting on his keeper. Boy Brown has done well. Ted, how impressed you been with Ahmad? He's like he comes across as so like unphysical, doesn't he? But in the battle in the game, there's physicality there, isn't there, for a small boy? And ball. Yeah, 100%, Ted. It's the way the market's gone, though, isn't it? It's gone. The market that you're looking at, we're staring into at the moment now, like 50 million is the new, 40 to 50 million is the new squad player. Mad to think that Leipzig signed that boy from Leganes for 20 million, I think it was. And a year later, they're selling him and they're trying to pinch 120 million from 20 million to 120 million. And Leipzig are that kind of club as well, where like if they don't get what they want, they won't sell. They don't care. They don't care. Oh, throw the curl into the far corner. Good pick. Neuer stood up and waited to see, gave him the eyes. Good effort. See this Ivory Coast side on the transition and on the break, on the counter. Good stuff. By the way, that shot the Yellow took before the goal doesn't count as a shot on target because it was blocked. No way. Because it didn't go through to the keeper. That's mad, isn't it? What are they doing here? Havertz has the ball in the back of the net. Did he blow the whistle and it didn't work or something? Why did he let it keep going there? Bills ringing out around the stadium now from the German fans. That's a foul all day. What did the ref's whistle just not work or something? Or Musiala took the boy out 100%. Was he waiting on a linesman to flag somewhere? That was a weird one. Anyway, 39 minutes gone, folks. Yeah, Ted. I don't know. Did he get blow the whistle and it didn't work or something? Or it's getting a little bit feisty now, isn't it? The Germans' lack of appreciation of the Ivory Coast physicality. Havertz down the right thing, playing to the whistle, but come on, ref. Yeah, 100%. Lovely finish by Kai Havertz, yeah. And the player on the line as well. Germany with a free kick here, rightish. About, what, 10 yards out from the box. Big boys are up for this. They can find a decent ball onto Kai Havertz's head here. Crowded out by Ivory Coast and cleared. This interest now. Ahmad on the ball here. Only Brown back. Oh, taking off his toe there. Really good tracking back there, boy. Nemecha. Great tracking back there by Nemecha. I'm not sure Brown had the nous to keep Ahmad back there. Really good tracking by Nemecha. Centre. Florian Wirtz. Deflected. This game is alive, isn't it? No, it wasn't offside. It was a foul. Foul. No, it was 100% a foul, Leno. 100% a foul. This is the problem with Diallo, by the way. Decision making is terrible. Would you put that one there down to his decision making, Ted, or would you put it down to Nemecha just playing well? Corner coming in, right under. Header across. Back out, snapshot. Cleared by the Ivory Coast. Germany responding well here. 41 minutes gone, 41 and a half minutes gone here. Turning up the pressure a little bit in the Ivory Coast. The Ivory Coast dealing with it. Ivory Coast, dare I say, weathering the pressure well. Ball out the left-hand side here. Diamande again. Again. What's that? Is that Brown dropping in there on the cover, is it? Oh, they swapped Brown there. I'm just saying it tactically. They've swapped Brown to the right-hand side to deal with Diamande. And Kimmich is over on the left-hand side dealing with Amad Diallo. I'm not sure whether that's... I'm not too sure there. I think both Kimmich and Brown have their hands full there with the Amanda and Amad Diallo. See, Kieran Town yesterday from Metallica pop-up shop was all the way back to GPO. You are joking me. To the conference. To the convention centre. Hardly. All the way back to the GPO. Jeez, a queue like that be seen from space. That's Elon Musk, did he say, in SpaceX. Nah, he slowed the play down because he couldn't decide to go inside or outside. For all the positive that Matt has, the whole season his decision making was brutal. I can't deny. I have to, like, you watch him week in, week out. You know, so 100%. Metallica gig was great. Was it, Ted? Yeah, you had a good time. Ted, did you go with Eno? Did you go with Eno? He seemed fairly pumped yesterday about going to see Pantera and all. I know he's friendly enough for Phil and stuff. Sorry, there's no way the queue went from the Aviva to the GPO. No, the pop-up shop is in the convention centre on the Keys, wasn't it? You know where they do the Comic Cons, I think. As far as I know, that's where it was. Unless I'm wrong now. When I seen it yesterday, they were saying the convention centre for the pop-up shop. But let me know. I could stand corrected. I'll tell you, the two shirts they have, the Thin Lizzy one and the Ireland one, look really cool. He grabbed a ticket on the day. One of the lads couldn't make the Friday, so he let me go instead of him. That's nice, isn't it? That's cool. Very cool. You had a good time. Crowd on the gig looked great, didn't they? No less than what we'd expect from Metallica. Can't wait to go now. Really looking forward to in July. Another bucket list tick with Ben, you know. Love doing these gigs with him, you know. Like creating memories, as they say. Memories that last a lifetime. When we did AC/DC in Wembley, it was very, very special. And that time we did Nirvana Unplugged in the National Stadium was another very, very cool. So we continue to build. I probably should have, in hindsight, we probably should have went to Aussie in Villa Park. We really should have. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, considering if he wanted, he could probably get much more than face value if he wanted. So yeah, it's cool. You get to go to the gig as well. And sometimes those gigs are the best ones, aren't they? The ones that you don't plan way in advance. But I am a little bit sick that should have went to that Aussie gig at Villa Park. Shame. 3-day ticket costs a lot of bread. It's only 2 days, isn't it? Or are you talking? Which one are you talking about? Metallica's only 2 days. They're not playing tonight. They're playing Friday and Sunday. Or are you talking to Villa Park when the Aussie tickets were insane? Saying Aussie tickets that were what, £650 or something? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful play there. Singo. He's a lovely player, that Singo, isn't he? He'll get snapped up after the World Cup, won't he? Getting one extra minute here. Yeah, it was tough, man. I tried to get them. I was at Slayer the day after, but couldn't get tickets to Aussie. Had Aussie within when he was meant to play Dublin. Yeah. Sometimes we just don't get it right, don't we? We're just unfortunate. It's just then afterwards you kind of regret it, you know. Musiala winning the ball back here. Am I careful? That looked a bit iffy there as well. Did that look iffy there, folks? Yeah, I heard that, Ted. Yeah, it's nearly 1 hour per half. if the ref is seeing that as not a free, like, I was going to say, if he doesn't see that as a free, should he act on it then as a potential? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? See Hibernian playing Rovers in Tallaght Stadium in July. Oh, he hadn't. No. I was thinking of you last night, Acers. I was watching Bows and Dundalk. See in here again? Corner. 7+ minutes here. We're 3.5 into the 7+ minutes. Corner conceded here. Imagine Ivory Coast scored a second. No, there's not a lot. Actually, there's not a lot in that contact. Musiala trying to dive into that box like a quarterback trying to get into an end zone. Big boys up for the Ivory Coast here as well. Terrible corner, doesn't clear the first man. I don't know. Did he kind of... Didn't look like there was a whole lot in it, Ted, did it? Bows versus Pats next Friday night. We might cover that. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Have I anything for next Friday? What's next Friday? Next Friday is the 26th. What have I got on the 26th? There's definitely a game. There's definitely a game on the channel for the 26th. Is that England Panama, is it? I'll tell you now. '26th. Now Norway, France. Norway, France is our watch along next Friday on the 26th. So we could try to do a dual one. We'll set up both screens, do a dual one. So we'll pop it. We'll do a dual one for that, Acers. We'll make up for last night for you. Ahmad got him with a trading leg, not a pound, but 100% a free. Yeah, he was definitely outside, all right. Ref is letting plenty go, isn't he? They're not actually getting fired, you know. Did you read it? They're not getting fired. A lot of the talent are requesting their release. They want out. Apparently, there's an issue there with contracts and with creative. I believe Tommy Dreamer has gone as well, and he's been replaced by... Who did I read today he's replaced by? Tommy Dreamer. Did anyone read that today? That Tommy Dreamer has been replaced by someone in creative in TNA. Who was it that I seen? Hang on now. That bugged me now. They're talking about potentially Road Dog, but who did they say was stepping in? Who was taking it in the meantime? Delirious. There we go. Couldn't think of it. Delirious. Half time, folks. Anyway, Road Dog is in the conversation to be the actual replacement. Delirious is replacing him at the moment. So Road Dog is in the conversation. So that would be kind of interesting. That'd be kind of a strange one, wouldn't it? With Road Dogg flashing his bum at AEW and then coming back into the group TKO, under the TNA umbrella. Who knows? Who knows? Road Dogg might be good for TNA, but a lot of that talking, it was contractual, and also a lot of the talent actually asked for their release. So it wasn't necessarily people being fired; it was people being granted their releases. I'm surprised I didn't see you drop on the SmackDown show tonight. No, 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 no. I'm to be fair now. That's your show, mate. That's your show. I only drop in every so often. I don't. I'm happy to let you guys do that. That's your thing. I asked Brian earlier today because I thought you went on tonight as well. So I told him if he needed me, I would jump on tonight one. But I wasn't. I wasn't sure. I thought it was this week you were off and next week. So, but not to worry. Yeah, good show though. Good show. Fair play. Fair play. Either way, it's gone to shit. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Still plenty of talent in there, But some key individuals gone. But then, I mean, it's not always gravy over the far side, is it? You look at Jordine Grace at the moment, who made the move over, and like they have nothing for her. Anyway, folks, gonna go and grab a quick cuppa, right? Grab an old beer or whatever you want to do, or a cuppa, and I'll see you back here in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah. Ivory Coast 1-0 up, Frank Kessie after 30 minutes. And we are back, folks. We are back. Only change, I think, is Schlotterbeck has gone off for Rudiger, as far as I can see. Let me see. City willing to make Forest 130 million for Anderson. That's fucking insane. And that's going to ruin the whole window. Germany's starting here a little bit slow, already. Ivory Coast attacking on the front foot here. They're not careful here. They could find themselves 2-0 down. Sorry, Keith. I wasn't supposed to be on tonight, but Plaba changed and I made it on tonight. Plans changed, I presume. And I won't be on next weekend. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Noel is flat out with all the World Cup stuff at Keith Series as Ecuador Curacao after this as well. I didn't realise that. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I didn't realise Uruguay are playing Cape Verde. Pico Lopez. Tomorrow night, is it? As far as I know. Then Japan, Tunisia, and Japan. Then Japan versus Tunisia versus Japan at 5 a.m. Is that like Korea, Ted, North and South Japan, is it? This morning games are completely utterly garbage. Yeah, absolutely. Gone for a hydration break. Gone for a hydration sprinkle. More so than a hydration break. Poker, I heard he's trying to stay up for that one. Way out of that, Keith. Don't be trying to pull my card, Keith, now from the SmackDown Motel. Getting all chesty in there in the chat now. What's the crack, Keith? Spain and Saudi. Only good games tomorrow. Nah, Uruguay, Cape Verde, no? Pico Lopez, Darwin Núñez. You know? That'd be a good game, I think. I think that'd be better than Spain Saudi. Reggie, what's the crack, man? It is Father's Day as well, so big shout out to all that. Smash up the likes as well, folks, can you? Smash up those likes, get it going. I'll be reading into that in. So TNA are now under the TKO umbrella. They're billionaires. Talking about swimming in cash. Ball to the back post, safe hands from the Ivory Coast keeper. Fofana. How was the hydration break, Noel? I got a Moretti glass, but it has orange and pineapple my waddy in it, which is actually quite refreshing because I'm expecting a call for a lift home at some stage tonight. Ben's gone out and Dylan's gone out. Dylan's DJing at a gig in the Graduate. The Graduate out there in about top of Dunleary. Top of Ballybrack, I should say. I'm doing all right, bro. There we go. Niall, I saw the top 3 greatest British comedy TV shows of all time. Have a guess who number 1 was, Niall. Comedy shows. Only Fools and Horses. I would imagine Only Fools and Horses. And if you were putting 3 in there, you'd have Only Fools and Horses. You would have, I would imagine, Faulty Towers. And give me a third one. Who would be a third one? Depends how far back you're going. I always found Porridge very good. I grew up as a kid with my dad watching Porridge. And also, what was the other one? Rising Damp, Steptoe and Son, all the old classics. Take us out of our misery, Keith. What are the top 3? Give us the top 3. Surely Only Fools and Horses. No? Let me know. Let me know. So 1-0 here, folks. 50 minutes gone. 1-0 to the Ivory Coast here. Frank Kessie on 30 minutes. Happy Father's Day tomorrow. And you, bro. And you. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there doing an absolute stellar job. Yeah, anyone, all the dads in the chat or prospective or future dads, happy Father's Day. Blackadder, shoe. Blackadder, I got two. Only filled. Unlucky. Only Fills and Horses number 1, Blackadder number 2, Faulty Towers number 3. Does everyone in the chat, how do you feel about that? Would you agree with those 3 in the chat? Would you agree that that's the 3? You too, broski, you too. Crazy to think Faulty Towers only had 12 episodes. It's mad, isn't it? Lightning in a bottle. What would you put in as the 3? What would you put in as the 3 Irish ones? I mean, obviously Father Ted, yeah. Father Ted's in there. Ivory Coast dealing with everything here, aren't they? Nagelsmann has to be concerned here at the dare I say one back by Havertz cut out. Would he be concerned about the kind of, is there a lack of energy in this German team at the moment? It seems very, very comfortable. Seems very, very comfortable with that for the Ivory Coast, doesn't it? Happy with the 3 there? That would be your 3, would it? Faulty Towers, Blackadder, Only Fools and Horses. Naked Camera. Yeah, Naked Camera was very good, wasn't it? Oh, keeper. So what have we got so far? Father Ted, Naked Camera. What other one? It's mad the way like Irish TV didn't latch on to that back in the 80s and stuff like that, didn't it? When like you think about where UK TV was at its peak in terms of comedy and stuff like that. So many shows. Even when you look at, remember some great shows back then, like Minder and remember Dennis Waterman, Minder, and what else? The Professionals. Fantastic. And then you had peak. I mean, it was such peak in America at the time as well, wasn't it? With some great shows. Lovely turn. Corner. Frank Kessie just slow there. Unbelievables, Acers. Yeah, unbelievables. What a show. R.I.P. John, huh? Pat Shorter. Incredible. Unbelievable. The sketches they used, they were just awesome, weren't they? Father Ted, Mrs. Brown's Love Hay. Love Hay? Love Hay? We're talking about comedy shows. There's nothing comical about Love Hay. What was Diamande doing there? And he strangled the boy. Wouldn't be putting Love Hay in there. Father Ted, Mrs. Brown's Boys. How do people feel about Mrs. Brown's Boys? Was it funny for a while? I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Mrs. Brown's Boys. Neither was I. I wasn't. And I'm a big fan of Brendan O'Carroll, but I just thought it was I don't know. Lovely ball in. Oh, the yellow. Ivory Coast are playing brilliant here. This game is there for them if they want it. Jeremy all over the camp at the moment. It's Florian Wirtz. Look, geez, just coast by Florian Wirtz. Not even trying to get back and do anything. Smash it. Oh, just wide. The Amanda just snatched at it. Ivory Coast here should be two up here at least, shouldn't they? Yeah, Ted. I think so as well. I think there was some aspects of it that were funny, but I think after a while it became old stick, really, didn't it? Became old stick. Crime Busters, yeah. Remember Crime Busters? What a sketch. Remember they used to do a thing like was the Crime Busters one, was that like the old Garda Patrol? Remember the skit in the shop with the sweets with the kid? Tells him to fuck off out of the shop. Like, quality. 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 Good stuff. Good stuff. Can't think of any others. Can't think of any others. From distance, Jonathan Tah or Rudiger, was it? Rudiger with a long range shot. Nagelsmann must be frustrated here. Number of changes coming in here now. Well needed as well. That lad on that Afro wig must be absolutely roasting. 58 minutes nearly gone. 57 minutes gone into the 58 minute here. Nothing going on here. Germany real flat at the moment. Interesting to see what changes Nagelsmann's going to make here. Yeah, classics, aren't they? Podge and Raj. Yeah, Podge and Raj was kind of it was funny, wasn't it? Do you remember when they used to get on people like say Katie Price when she was like, you know, I remember how uncomfortable they used to make it for them. Remember they had Enya. Did they have Enya on one time? And it was hilarious. The two boys are just, they were mental, weren't they? Mental. I'm going to watch Sleepers tomorrow. Really good movie. Cool. What am I watching at the moment? I'm watching a series called La Brea, Labrea, and it's about like the world goes to shit or some things are coming in from different times and stuff like that, and all this saber-tooth tigers in it and all sorts of stuff. But it looks interesting. So I think I've watched about 3 episodes of season 1. I think season 3 has just started. So it's a bit of a head start on me, but I will catch up. But it looks decent. Don't know if anyone's watched it in the chat, let me know. La Brea. Smash up the likes, folks. Smash up the likes. Remember the live mic only ever saw clips of it. Yeah. Mad. Yeah, it was great. They just went, I guess. Yeah, big time, didn't they? And they were like, they were filthy and they were crude and everything and all, weren't they, Ted? Like, I'd say guests didn't like being on at all. I don't have either or, to be honest. Either or, to be honest. You know. I said to Ben the other night we were looking at some of the videos from Metallica, and that the start of the show when they're playing the what's it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that clip and stuff like that and all. And I said to Ben, we'll have to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly before we go over to see Metallica play and stuff like that. Get all that context in there. Pretty cool, and he's up for it as well. So it's really cool that way. He loves watching the older stuff. But now I love either, Keith. Either. I wouldn't lean towards one or the other, to be honest. 60 minutes gone here, folks. 1-0. Ferretz hasn't done a thing. Havlich off. What have we got here? What's the subs? Musiala off, Dav on. Sane off, Llewellyn on, and Pavlich off, and Amari on. Let's see what this does. Yeah, the house party and big break and all, yeah. Remember all those game shows? So cool. Bullseye. Bullseye is one that if I see when I'm going through the channels, if I see Bullseye, I'll always throw it on. So funny. I was looking at one the other night, actually, Bullseye one, and they were saying, this will tell you how crazy it is. The first group passed on going for the star prize because they had won a few prizes on the board, The second group passed on going for the star prize because they had won, I think, 350 quid. 350 quid, like between two of them, barely pay for your day. And the third group had won, I think, 150 quid between the two of them. And they passed on it as well. They wouldn't risk 150 quid. They ended up all passing on it. And your man, Bone, turned around and he said, it's the first time in the history of the show that all three teams passed on going for the star prize. Imagine wanting to go home with your 150 in your back burner between two of you, like, you know what I mean? By the time you go home and you have to miss a few about probably coming out with about 35 quid each or something. I prefer TV series if I'm doing something else at the same time. Villains if I am doing to completely watch and do nothing else. Yeah. Show. Bullseye was top tier. The beauty about it these days, isn't it, that because everything is kind of on demand. Ivory Coast looking solid at the back here again. Germany applying a bit of a squeeze here, but Ivory Coast seem up to it. Ball into the box at the back post. Head away. Going to be a corner here to Germany. Singo absolutely putting it out there at the moment. Bullseye was top tier, wasn't it? Tony Green and all. 350 quid back then was huge money, though. I don't know whether it was, I know people say that. I don't know whether it was like huge money. Not to the point where you risk it, wouldn't you? If you were there and you had one off chance, imagine how difficult it must have been to get on Bullseye back in the day. Like it was the top tier show at the time, nearly, So like there must have been thousands of couples or partners or whatever it is applying for friends and all. You know what I mean? Oh, you missed it. Fofana totally missed the ball there. Got away with it. Really lucky to get away with that one. But yeah, like if you had a chance to go there, like, you know what I mean? Surely you'd risk it. You know? I would have thought so anyway. Now it turned out it was a caravan. But I mean, would you rather go home with a caravan? How you split it or take turns in it, I don't know. But I don't know. I was watching Only Fools and Horses last night. It was the episode with Del Boy got the satellite dish. He sees the plane coming towards his house. Quality. Yeah. They were it was so ahead of its time. So ahead of its time. So ahead of its time. They do a thing, don't they, in February? They get together and there's a kind of a convention and stuff, isn't there? David James, or David Jason, even when you see him being interviewed, he's still mad as a brush. Remember he went on there, didn't he? And he did, what was it, Frost? Always be Del Boy, wouldn't he? I have two things over there, actually, that I got. Only Fools and Horses. Two little, those tin signs? Haven't put them up anywhere yet. They're over there, though. 350 be the fucking deposit, sure. Don't know about that. Oh, I'd have risked it for sure. A gaff was about 20k back then. Depends on where you were buying it. But then you looked, even back then, Ted, when you looked at some of the American game shows, they were still giving away wedge, weren't they? Remember when Who Wants to Be a Millionaire came out first? That was mad, wasn't it? that you think you could like go on and win like win a game show, win £1,000,000, like mad. Now you can win £1,000,000 off a slot machine in Vegas. Go covering another corner to Germany. 65 minutes gone. Ivory Coast are doing top job here, aren't they? I did indeed watch Off Way to St. Pat. I used to watch it with me dad. And I used to watch, remember the Boys in the Black Stuff? Wasn't it the Boys in the Black Stuff with Yazza Hughes? Yazza Hughes. Remember he used to go around loafing, lads. Yazza Hughes. I used to watch that with my dad. Everyone, I think, watched Off Way to St. Pat with their dad. The lads working on the building sites. Jimmy Nail. Remember Jimmy Nail? Then he released a song, didn't he? Remember Jimmy Nail did a song and he was on top of the pops and everything and all. Mad. Touch of Frost was quality, yeah. Very different. That's more like a Fofana. Solid set of fists. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, Ted? It's mad. And like a lot of that kind of satire humor now has like gone. You know what I mean? And it's a shame, really, isn't it? It's a shame. Sometimes you look back and you think if people actually really evolved in the stuff that they get upset with now and stuff, you know. Remember when 1 million was deemed life-changing money? I do. Still wouldn't mind winning £1,000,000 though. Still wouldn't mind winning £1,000,000. Kind of changes as well, doesn't it? Like it's just probably not far away from a FIFA ticket costing us £1,000,000 in the future. 11 attempts to 8. Germany. Smash up the likes, folks. You would think Germany now are going to eventually open up an actual chance. Down the right-hand side here. Ball into the box. Oh, what a beautiful header. Undav only on the pitch, and we are 1-1, folks. I'm going to see this goal again. Looked like there was a kind of a clipped header. Did he miss it and go to Undav? Did he head it in? 1-1. Game on. Let's see this again now. Did he get a touch onto it? Only ball in. Totally missed it. Nice. Lovely. Lovely finish in. Lovely. Undav. 168. Game on, folks. Game on. Let's get back in the chat and see. Where are we? Ted, 100% sure they banned one of the episodes, apparently. That's ridiculous. Keep her down again. Yeah. Remember one fella won a mower. Yeah, remember that poor chap lives in a flat now garden. Remember they used to give away speed boats, and it always felt weird as well, didn't it? That Jesus, it always felt weird as well, didn't it? The prizes that they'd give away, because like you wouldn't necessarily be playing as a couple, you'd be playing maybe as two mates. You know what I mean? And like, the fuck you gonna do if you win a Mini Cooper or something like that, or you win a Mini, or you win a caravan or something? What the hell, like, you know what I mean? This is at times, like, I remember a lot of these shows were out at times in the 80s where people didn't have an awful lot of money. You know, both the UK, both Britain and Ireland and all were going through quite a depression at that stage and stuff like that. And also, it's not like if a guy won a caravan, you know, that was valued at, I don't know what caravans back then would have been, what, a couple of grand, maybe a grand, £2,000 maybe max. Like, your mate ain't going to have a grand lying around to pay you off for his half, you know. So yeah, it was kind of weird from that point of view. Game's come alive now. Germany getting a lot of joy out that right hand side there. Okay, even some more modern shows have had EPS ban. Community had one banned due to Asian character doing blackface for a fantasy game. Yeah, I don't know. It's just they're going to need to tighten up here, Ivory Coast, aren't they? Or this game could get away from them. They've been very, very good and good value for their lead up till that minute, and then they need to kick on again now. That's more like it. It's first time nearly this half. 70 minutes, 71 minutes gone. The Amanda. Drinks break again. Another hydration break again when Germany are kind of on top of things. Mad, isn't it? Million would still be taken, of course, but couldn't be quitting your job or anything with it now. No. Well, I suppose if you got £1,000,000 and depends where you are in your job and your age and what your kind of lifestyle is and stuff like that, I think if you're in kind of mid-50s and you won £1,000,000, you'd probably do all right, you know what I mean? With £1,000,000. More interesting now, absolutely, yeah, more interesting now. It's all fucking PC now. 1-1. Yeah, Keto. And Davin's in some form he is, yeah. If the Germans woke up now, they've a little bit, I would say they've woke up, but you never know. They could come out here again now and the back of the hydration break and be different again, and Ivory Coast could have changed things around again. Bullseye was great when you'd see a couple go on and the missus couldn't hit the target. Yeah. And listen, I tell you, do you know something? 101 with 6 darts ain't easy unless you have a real good dart player. You sit at home and try and hit 101 with 6 darts. Not easy. Not easy. That was either bullseye or big break. Big break was good. John Virgo, what a legend. So good. Him and Jim Davison. It's annoying with today's modern shows, they only bring out 8 episodes compared to the old shows. They used to have 25 episodes. Yeah. Show Keith. What do we reckon so far here, folks? Ivory Coast coach was in, I think, at the Letters, at the toilet. Yeah. Yeah. If you get there's a guy in the Mexican Master. If you get a guy going in there, an armed dart player, if he doesn't hit 41 plus, a lot of pressure on them to hit the 60 plus, even for a dart player. Right, well, we got a couple of substitutions here. What's going on? Bonnie off, Gasanda on. Ahmad Diallo off, Adingra on. These are similar changes they made, I think, in that French friendly, as far as I can remember. Fofana on as well. Sangare off. Sangare was he was solid enough, wasn't he? He was getting stuck in. Pretty more solid at the back since Rudiger came on. He'd have quite a presence about himself, wouldn't he, Rudiger? They did, something, Keith, though, they did change a few things and they started having a bit of joy towards the back end of that first half, but they didn't have their shooting boots at all. Gakpo looking like prime R9. Don't know about that now. My prediction stands a draw. Yeah, does. The fake Dewey not on. Yeah, fake Dewey not getting a look in. Is he on the? I presume he's on the bench. Is he? He's there, all right. There, all right. What did you make the heat on did anyone pick up on this? The heat on Algeria with Zidane's son playing. I haven't seen him play at all, but apparently he's not very good. Is he there based on the outlet? Let me know. Yeah, I just thought of it there, Ted, when you wrote that fake Dewey in there. Zidane's son playing for Algeria. Apparently, there's I've seen lots of stuff online today about it. Going, what the hell's he even doing there, kind of thing. Let us know your thoughts if you know anything about him. I haven't watched him play or anything. Players down everywhere at the moment. Draw will be okay, wouldn't it, for both teams? Oh, lovely drop. Ball into the box, cut out. Oh, lovely counter here. Yande Amande on the run. Nah, you can't lose the. It's a risky crossfield ball. Is there anyone that should be in ahead of him, though, for Algeria these days? I have no idea. I have no idea. I was just saying it today. There was a couple of articles today on X about it, and they were saying he's not very good. I suppose the argument is if he was really, really good, would he have declared for France? No. England v Panama on the same time as Night of Champions. It's not on the same time. Night of Champions is on at 5:45, and England, as far as I know, is a 9 p.m. kickoff. Checked it last night actually before I put the. I'm wrong. But I'm nearly sure. Next Saturday. That's why I got it totally wrong. Saturday, isn't it? Yeah, Panama and England is on at 10 o'clock Acers. And as far as I know, Night of Champions is starting at 6 in Riyadh. We're live at 5:45 for that one. So unless Night of Champions is going to go for 4 hours plus, we should be okay. We should be okay. Croatia and Ghana on the same time as well. These are the last games as well, aren't they? So we'll be doing double watch-alongs for those ones. We'll be keeping an eye on both, but I think England and Ghana will be going through on that one. I think. Anyway. Now he's been pissed off here. Diamande is very quiet in this second half. They've been under a lot of pressure, Keith. They've been under a lot of pressure, Keith. Did he stub his leg into the ground there or something? Did he just jar it slightly? They're giving about a single coming onto the pitch to sit down and stuff like that. If you're 1-1 with Germany and you're the Ivory Coast in a World Cup qualifying game, like, what are you expecting the player to do? Expecting the player to not sit down? Weird, weird narrative. I'll be doing that watch along with Dave on Tuesday for the NBA draft. It starts at 1 a.m. Fair play, lads. Fair play. Make sure, folks, if basketball is your thing, tune into the boys. Is there a match on? Is there a match on at that time so people would be tuning in? So Tuesday. It's a fair old shift. Fair play, Keith. That's the draft, isn't it? Tuesday. Panama and Croatia is midnight, and 3 a.m. is Colombia and Congo. Make sure, folks, check out Keith and Dave's show. They're covering NBA at the moment on the channel and stuff like that. So they did a show there the other day about the Knicks. It was very, very good. There's your boy Dewey coming on now, Ted. Singo going off. He'll be a lost Singo. Oh, that's horrific. Hamstring gone. He was really good, that boy Singo. They'll feel the loss of him now. That's terrible. Boy is devastated. 82 minutes gone, folks. Singo off. Wilfred Singo. Hamstring injury. Probably his World Cup done. Dewey on, the younger Dewey. I presume he's the younger Dewey anyway. 1 a.m. Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning at Keith Seary. That is a very good question. That is a very good question. We will get the answer. That's heartbreaking, isn't it? See the kid like that. At least. Wednesday morning, but I have to double check with Dave. Oh, big bounce. Big bounce. No, they don't. A little bit more impetus here now about Ivory Coast. Edge of the box, snapshot, blocked. Rudiger. That was well won back by Diamande there. It's going well here, Diamande. He's coming off, is he? Diamande coming off. Ran his course. Pepe coming on. Nicholas Pepe coming on for Jan Diamande. Kai Havertz coming off as well for Goretzka. Leon Goretzka. Is this a kind of a signal from Nagelsmann? Is he happy with what he has? 85 minutes gone. Draw for both teams wouldn't be the worst result. Teague and I will be doing a live for Panama Croatia from midnight that day. Not a chance. And then straight into the Colombia Congo game. Yeah. That Threads app is like the Temu Twitter. The Threads app is like the Temu Twitter. I can't get involved in any more apps. The amount of stuff I'm involved in. So 1-1. Kessie on 30 and Undav on 68. Snapshot saved by Fofana. Lovely play there. Nicholas Pepe, was it just on? Straight into it. What are we thinking, folks? What are we thinking? Think it's going to run out 1-0? Ivory Coast. Oh, just cut out. Caught in possession. Ref. Well cut out, but falls for a German player. Verts. Dav Brown. Ball into the box. Well cut out. Oh, well done, Ivory Coast on the break here now. Nicholas Pepe down the right hand side. Super pace here. He's going to play someone in. They're in. They're in. You had to do it first time, wouldn't you? Hit it first time. Oh, that's shocking. You should have just placed that into the far corner. Oh. Oh, Pepe did everything. Picks him out. My God. How frustrating is that? How frustrating is that for the Ivory Coast coach team? Should have been smashing that. Game opened up 88 minutes. Absolutely fantastic, Keith. Fantastic. Fantastic match. The whole thing. Absolutely fantastic. She was so good as well. Snapshot. Oh, what a save by Fofana. Brown with the snapshot, was it? What a save by Fofana. It's mad when you look at Fofana the way he saves as well. He's really, really late to do something, isn't he? I thought she was fantastic, Keith. The way she worked Charlotte's knee. I said it and I wasn't even messing. Said it in our chat and I said it in your one as well. It was 80s Arne Anderson levels. It was peak Arne Anderson. To see her, target that body part and go at it the way she did. And like the two girls just put on an absolute clinic. She was fantastic. I don't get it, people that don't see it. I don't get it. Nah, you're asking a lot there. Poor ball. That's not there. Yeah, what a save. Quality. Sees them late though, Ted, doesn't he? To make them look more exaggerated, doesn't he? Gets down well though. For a big lad, he gets down well. What an opportunity, a dinger. What a waste. Great save. This was the chance to win it, wasn't it? They're just replaying it here now. What a run from Pepe. Wide open. What are you touching the ball at all? Just smash it. Far corner. You could even place it into the far corner. Germany on the attack here. Edge of the box. Undav. Oh, good save again by Fofana. Who missed there? Undav. This is absolutely flying. The Metcha, was it? We could get a winner here, folks. We could get a dagger here. Stay tuned. Smash up the likes, yeah? Io Sky at SummerSlam. Shout Acers. She's quality, Keith. She's quality on every level. Psychology, everything. She's absolute top tier. Germany not taking their chances here yet. Could be a dagger. Could be a dagger coming, but is it looking a little bit more like Germany are going to do something? Ball into the box here, straight in keeper's hands. Poor ball. Going to be interesting to see how they get CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. That's hardly going to be the. Is that the thing? Is that the thinking? What did they do? Just drop everyone else? 6 minutes to go, folks. We are 1.5 minutes in. That Acers. Keith would love that. I wonder if we will get Liv Morgan versus Io Sky versus Africa at SummerSlam. That would be an unreal match, yeah. And we know how good Io Sky is in triple threat matches, don't we? Surely she's due a bit, isn't she? I would have thought she would be the due that King of the Ring. I mean, she was voted what best match at WrestleMania 41, best match of that year, nearly that triple threat with Bianca and Rhea to defend the belt when they thought that was never going to happen. This was fantastic. Then doesn't get the payoff of 42 with Asuka and Carrie. What happened there after running that for some time, so it must have been really disappointing. So be happy to see our Sky doing something. Just coming up to halfway now, nearly through the 6 minutes, folks. 1-1. Both teams are going to settle for the 1-1, or is there going to be a late dagger? Both teams have worked their socks off tonight. I think Germany at times have just looked a little bit more relaxed, but the work rate from Ivory Coast is insane. Insane. What do we like? Cut out again. Cut out again. Huge concentration needed here now. It's been a real good competitive. Oh, Undaf! Is he offside? Have they robbed it? Is he offside? Is he off? You're checking it. The Ivory Coast will be sick if they drop this one in the 94th minute to Undav. The Metcha with the assist. They have been watching him. He'd been quite dangerous last 5-10 minutes. Let's see the replay here now. What a beautiful pass. He's a mile onside. Oh, the boy on the other side. Who was it? Agbadil. Was it Agbadil that played him on? Oh, that's a goal. That's a goal. That's the winner. Ivory Coast will be sick after putting in that shift. Two goals, Mundav. Ivory Coast will be sick. They'll be sick. Let's have a look. And see, that opens up the door now. If Ecuador could put a win against Curacao, he's a mile on. Onside. He's onside by about 2 players worth. The 30 seconds, you probably get an extra 30 as well. It's probably a minute to go, yeah? Ivory Coast will be shot after this now. They've put in a serious shift, haven't they? Yeah, 2-1. 2-1, yeah. Yeah, he's a mile onside. Mile on. That was poor. Who was the player that didn't step out? Was it Agbadil? Never know. He could. He could. Nothing like a good couple of performances in the World Cup to reignite your career. I can tell you now, Keith. Where is he? He's currently playing for Stuttgart. He's 29 though. He's 29. That's it, folks. Full time. 2-1 to Germany. Absolute dagger. We felt it was coming, didn't we? We felt it was coming. Elephants dying of air. Elephants dying of air. Prediction stands no more. 2-1 full time. I think you'll find a certain host of this podcast predicted 2-1 Germany. Go back and check the comments. The host popped it in there, I think, at the start. There you go. Ted telling me I got it right. There we go. 2-1 Germany, I predicted. For large parts of that game, it didn't look anything like it, though. That's for sure. Ivory Coast, they did play well, but they'll feel sick. They'll feel sick. Ideally, now what they'll want is Ecuador and Curacao to draw. They put in a serious shift there. Serious shift. They did play well. They did play well, but there you go. Folks, make sure you smash up the likes on your way out. Yeah, he's playing for Stuttgart, yeah. Right, folks, gonna jump off. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Fathers and all out there. Enjoy Father's Day tomorrow and all that kind of stuff. And we'll talk to you again real soon. Yeah. Cheers, folks. Thanks for joining us.